I tried to hold it in. I really did. W's in the chat for Ebaz. Hello, everyone. How are we? Are we all moisturized? I hope so. Thank you, Ebaz, for the 25 gifted subs. Very kind, very delicious, very wonderful. For those of you watching on Twitch, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you will be able to watch this ad-free if you just Prime subscribe, or you can just subscribe normally. And you will avoid the 3 minutes of ads that appear every 20 minutes. Interesting. Interesting. If you're on YouTube, I give you a kiss. Mwah! I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Today's an interesting day. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. For we. That's right. For me and for you. Because today I'm here with my chat. And today we are going to be looking at people who have royally messed up. That's right. Today we are looking at the subreddit. Today I effed up. First time in a long time, you know I. Somebody says I'm Danieling my Thrasher right now. Pretty good start. Okay. All right. Let's take a gander, shall we? But first of all, before we continue, I just want to say how we doing. How we doing, everybody? Everybody doing good? Seems like we're doing okay so far. Oh ho ho, I'm actually tuning in time. Doing great, good. I'm good. Yo, I have the flu. Okay, we got somebody with flu. Got some bad news today, so this is a good time to distract. Hey, what are we here for? You know? We got some broccolis in the chat. I'm getting a blood transfusion. Ooh, tasty. I hope it is from a very young child. What? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. This is why I shouldn't live stream. Hey, blood transfusion. Is that the same as dialysis? That's not the same. Jeremy is saying YTA. That's very good. What even is a blood transfusion? All right. We got somebody in the bath right now. Please don't drop your electronics in there. Somebody says I stopped studying for this. Hey, guess what? That is a you problem. All right. I take 0% responsibility. But for we got something in the super chat. Daniel, my wife and I love your content. Something. Thank you so much. It faded away. I can't really read the super chats here. I can kind of see them, but thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Shout out to your wife. Okay. Give her a big old blood transfusion for me. All right. I'm walking 5K blocks right now. Jeremy says I'll make them bigger. I don't think it's a matter of this. I think it's a matter of I should be able to read them as they pop up on my activity feed somewhere. Maybe there's a way I can do that. I'm just checking this out right now. Blood transfusion is a medical procedure that involves transferring blood or blood components from a donor to a recipient. It is typically performed to replace blood lost to surgery or an injury. Hey, hope you're doing all right. Okay. Hope you're doing good. Okay. All right, cool. I'm just checking in on y'all. We're just gathering everybody together. For those of you just now tuning in, this is what I'm doing. I am creating a video right now for my second channel, youtube.com/Thrasher Plus. Oh my God, somebody donated $24.99. Ron. That's a schmoopty-boo. Ron. What is Ron? I think that's short for Ron Burgundy. So 25 Will Ferrells were donated just now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I give each and every one of you a sweet kiss on the wet, open eyeball. Each and every one of you. Opened eyes. Sopping wet kiss with tongue on the eyeball. Getting a lot of ews here. Unfortunately, you're wrong about the ews. The kisses on the eyeballs are neat. They're rare. They are something that you want. Thing about eyeball kisses, you don't have to consent to those. They're just kind of a freebie, like an air kiss. Okay? But it is direct contact. It is on the open eyeball. And it is with tongue. No exceptions. People are saying, I don't accept this. You don't really have a choice. Unfortunately. So, there you go. Somebody says, stop talking, please. That's good advice, actually. You should be the head of my PR. I think I need people to tell me that. Let's move on. Great. Did we like my song? Shout out to Tippitus for subscribing with Prime. Delicious. Unbeknownst to you, you know how I reach over here and I switch? I'll switch over to piano cam. I'll switch over to piano cam, okay? I'll switch over to just me, okay? I'll switch over to piano plus, which has me and this little stuff here in the bottom. Now, watch this. I'm doing that with my left hand. Check this out. Guess how I'm doing this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have a pedal underneath. Just got a pedal. Isn't that fun? So, I just wanted to share with you all what I got going on. People are saying I'm pressing it with my surprise microphone. The answer is no. Folks, I think I've said enough. I think we've done enough, and I think it's time for me to go. I'm just kidding. We just started. Okay. Well, I think I introed this. Did I intro this? I feel like we introed it. Yeah? All right, cool. Well, here we go. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. Also, I'm going to save this for the outro, for the video, okay? So what I'm saying right now isn't going to go in the main video. But for those of you watching, these uncut streams will stay on my YouTube channel under the live section. So you go to youtube.com/ThrasherPlus. You click on live. You can watch the entirety of it, the 2 hours full, if you want to kill some time. Now, on the other side of it, the cut downs of these, okay, going to be on, just going to pop up normal. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to experience this again? Very good question. It's also on Twitch VODs as well. But yeah, I just, and with that said, and with your eyes freshly made out with, virtually, with tongue, it's time for us to read some stories about people who have messed up. That's right. We are looking at Today I Effed Up. Let's take a gander. Let us look. Everybody strap in. Today I effed up by trying to flirt with a guy at the gym and ending up in a full-blown CPR situation. So this happened yesterday, and I'm still cringing so hard that I might not ever step into that gym again. I, a 22-year-old female, recently started going to this new gym, and there's this insanely cute guy who works out around the same time as me. I've been trying to find the courage to talk to him for the last couple of weeks. Yesterday, I finally decided it was time. Okay! We're setting the scene. We have a young lady, 22, female, fresh out of college. It is her first year paying rent. That is not in a dorm. I said dorm, for those of you who don't understand deeper voice. She's feeling in her prime. Okay, she's a real grown-up. She's out in the adult world, paying rent. Theoretically. Unless she's living with her folks, which is also fine. It's a tough world out there right now. She's at the gym. She's 22. She's got all this energy, right? Boom, boom, boom. She's doing reps on the bench press. This girl benches 425 pounds. As far as we know. Nothing to the contrary so far. And so because this woman, this young woman, 22, female, working out, she got a cute guy over there. She got her eye on the prize, cute guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay. Because of all of this, she's eager, she's excited to approach this man. What happens next, you ask? Let us continue. I saw him doing deadlifts, and I thought, okay, casual compliment, easy in. All right, so she's seeing this guy, she's doing deadlifts. And deadlifts, for those of you who don't know, you got a straight back, and you got that huge barbell thing there, okay? And you're lowering it down, and you're bringing it up. It's kind of like, it's not a squat, because squats are usually that way, but it's like, you see somebody with a big old weight doing some deadlifts. Can be very dangerous. Just so you know. Can be really dangerous if you mess them up. You want to do it slow. Okay, so she sees this guy doing deadlifts, and she thinks to herself, okay, you know what? Casual compliment, easy, and I'm going to easily get myself in there. And so she walked by, she smiled and said, your lats are majestic. What the F? Majestic? What was I thinking? I don't know why I said that. I meant to say you're lifting a lot, or nice form, or literally anything else. Okay. If a woman came up to me and said, you're lifting a lot, I'd be like, weird. What do you mean? A lot of weight? Or like I'm just here a lot? What are you asking me? What are you saying? Saying your lats are majestic? I'm cool with that. That's cool. That's a unique compliment. Your lats are majestic. Boom. Lats being this part of your muscle back here. Gives you that V taper. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. That's fine. But she's geeking out because she's 22. She hasn't lived enough life to know that this is a rare W. Your lats are majestic. What the F, majestic? What was I thinking? I don't know why I said that. I meant to say you're lifting a lot, or nice form, or literally anything else. Also, if a girl came up to me and said nice form, I don't know, man. Something weird about, unless it was like nice form, wink, wink, wink. Forget the tongue thing. Ignore the tongue thing. If she's just like nice form, well, I don't know. That's not, no, I don't want either of those. I don't want to hear you're lifting a lot, and I don't want to hear nice form. Your lats are majestic. Boom. Message received. I now understand what you're putting down. You know what I'm saying? Come on. All right. He looked confused and said, thanks. And I panicked and decided to just walk away and die in the locker room. Okay. So we're dealing with a cat. The person who posted this is, in fact, a feline. How do I know that? Ignore that. I know that because cats, when it's time for them to pass, they generally go off by their lonesome because they don't want to inconvenience the pack, the peers. You know what I'm saying? And so this woman who said something, she embarrassed herself, and now she wishes to go off into the locker room and pass on, which is a beautiful tradition. Almost as beautiful as me open mouth kissing your eyeballs with tongue. He looked confused and said, thanks. And I panicked and decided to just walk away and die in the locker room. Again, feline. While trying to speed walk away in embarrassment, I tripped over a medicine ball someone left in the way. My face planted into the floor, and I knocked the wind out of myself so hard I couldn't breathe for like 20 seconds. Okay. A medicine ball. A medicine ball is a weighted ball that you see people at the gym. They pick them up, and sometimes they'll throw them down on the ground. They'll pick them up. They'll throw them back and forth. You take them. Okay. You do sit-ups. And they can be anywhere from a couple of pounds to like heavy, 10 pounds, like the weight of a bowling ball. And they can get pretty big. So somebody left what is essentially a ball of sand in the middle of a floor. And she was like, your lats are majestic. Guy goes, thanks. And then she goes, oh, shit. And she's running away. As she's walking, trips over the medicine ball. And then what? And then what happens? I don't know. But you know what's going to happen in this instance? Do you know what's going to happen now? I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know what's going to happen now. Surprise! Microphone! Folks, Uh, the foot part of it was not something that I wanted. It just happened. Jeremy says he's going to censor that in the cut down. I already know I was going to give you that note, Jeremy. I already know. I was already. Look at this. All right. Yeah, I was absolutely going to ask you to censor that. All right. Now your feet are on the internet. Listen. I got over a 5 rating on WikiFeet. Nobody stopped me, all right? Okay. Let's continue. So she's walking in the gym. Boop, 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 trips over a medicine ball. Boop, boop. Somebody left in the way. Her face planted into the floor, and she knocked the wind out of herself so hard that she couldn't breathe for like 20 segundos. Quite a lot of segundos. A trainer saw it happen, thought I might be having a heart attack, and started actual CPR protocol before I could wheeze out, "I'm fine." She trips, knocks the wind out of herself. She can hardly breathe. So she's down there like, some trainer nearby is like, "Oh, she's dying. She's the feline. She's running away. She's dying." A trainer comes out, not checking the airways, not putting his hand over her mouth and hearing, not checking for a pulse first, right? Starts. Yay! Oh, God. That was embarrassing, wasn't it? I hit my desk so hard that I somehow accidentally unplugged the this thing. You see what I'm saying? I unplugged this. So yeah, real finicky giddy up here. I'm gonna have to fix that later. That's okay. Anyway. So she was on the ground. She was like, right? Geeking out. Trainer comes up. He starts doing, "You can tell by the way I walk, I'm a woman, no time to talk." The reason why I'm singing that song is because it goes, staying alive, okay? Somebody starts beating on her chest. Beating on her chest! Okay? Yet she's alive. And so a trainer just starts, bam! Wailing on that thing. Wailing on that thing. Okay. And so he thought she was having a heart attack, starts doing actual CPR protocol before this girl could wheeze out, "I'm fine." That same cute guy helped hold my legs up while I got oxygen. More blood flow to the brain. So you're holding this girl is on the ground. The cute guy that she wanted to impress with the majestic lats freaking lifts her legs up, dude. Wink, wink. No. No wink wink. She's on the ground. Maybe she passed out. And so the trainer or somebody said, lift your legs up so she doesn't pass out. So that way all that blood gets to her head. Aforementioned blood transfusion. Is somebody in the chat psychic? The answer, maybe. Let's continue. Okay. Pretty sure I died inside. Anyway, now I'm the CPR girl at the gym. And yes, I still plan to go back. I cannot. Crying emoji. Too long didn't read. I tried to flirt with a hot guy at the gym, said something incomprehensible. I tripped and ended up getting nearly resuscitated in front of him. TIFU. Today I messed up. What are we all thinking? I think it's kind of cute. What do we think in chat? Somebody says worst nightmare. Jeremy's spamming emojis YTA for some reason. I don't know. I think he's testing. Are you testing emojis, Jeremy? Okay. Embarrassing. Why would you leave that in the middle of the floor? This story crazy. You're crazy, the crazy CG5. Is that actually CG5 or is that a guy who likes CG5? Either way, shout out to CG5. Kind of embarrassing. This is straight up a rom-com. Can you split my legs? Oh, Ryan, settle down! From Ops perspective, embarrassing. It's a good meet cute story. Yeah, you know, I could see this being like a rom-com starring what's her name? What's that girl's name? Jennifer Lopez. That's kind of what I think. Or anybody remember freaking who's that woman? Great actress. Really brilliant. She like speaks 3 languages. Nobody knows that. Sandra Bullock. Yeah. Sandra Bullock. All right. No CG5 hate in the chat. All right. Kissing Booth. You know I auditioned for that movie? A lot of people don't know. I think I got a callback or something. Got to producer level in that movie. And when I was in the waiting room, I was surrounded by really gorgeous individuals. And I was like, oh, I don't think this is going to me. Okay. All right. I think we've read enough. Yeah, I think this is crazy. This is a crazy situation. The girl, she runs into this dude. She thinks he's cute, says he has majestic lats, and suddenly she's on the ground. Okay? We're going to scroll down now. We're going to see what's going on. What if they ended up dating? Pretty nice little meet cute moment. Top comment says flirt. Step 1, flirt. Step 2, question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 3, he had my legs in the air while I laid there, completely out of breath. Sounds like a success to me, LOL. I'm literally always saying that. I suspect Op has come into possession of a certain lamp, and the first wish did not go as planned. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you made an impression? Not unlike a plane crash makes an impression. That guy may not be into you, but he's gonna remember you. Not always a win. I think that's not always a W. Not always a dub. All right? Now I'm going to use the pedal as intended. Now that my grippers are free. You're a legend, LMAO. I think that's fair. I think being a legend is totally appropriate for this situation. I think it is fair to say that she's a legend. You know, like John. John Legend. Next time, you should wait until he's benching and say, your chest is spectacular, and then jump out of the closest window. That would really establish your brand. Yeah, that's pretty good. What are people saying? I date a chick that does that. That's my kind of crazy. All right, settle down. We got a Desperoni and cheese in the chat. Not in the chat, in the comments. I don't even know what I'm doing. literally using this on my future man. I am wheezing. Thank you for this gem. Literally using this on my future man. Yeah, I think saying that your chest is spectacular and then jumping out of a window, dude. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think what's next? What's next after that? She sees him doing squats and she's like, "Your butt is unbelievable," and then she just like, I was gonna say a couple of things that I don't think I'm allowed to say on Twitch, so I'm trying to find a replacement. I don't know. Takes a belt, puts it around her neck, and just chokes herself until she passes out. Maybe she does that after complimenting his squats. I don't know. All right, that's probably not allowed either. Who knows? It was worth it just for the story. Get a shirt that says "Flirt or Die." I love that. When I was touring last, it was called "Laugh or Die." Dude, I love that. Unplug your mic again. What do you mean? Is there something wrong with my audio? Or is it the words I'm saying? All right. Let's see. Oh, it was the words. Okay. All right. Take a guess. Hey, calm down. Relax. We're going to look at the next story now. This next story is something that is near and dear to my heart. But before I show you the story, there is a picture that kind of just popped up that is similar to this story. So here's a picture just to kind of prep you. Here's the picture. My cat is an iPad kid. We see a cat. He's on the iPad. Love this. We love this, okay? But before we continue, let's continue. You like that? Psych out immediately. Today, I effed up by turning my cat into an iPad kid. TIFU by turning my cat into an iPad kid. Recently, my TV broke, so I decided it would be cool to replace it with a projector. A few days ago, the projector arrived, and I spent a few hours setting it up and playing around with it. And then I had the bright idea to put on one of those videos made for cats, the one with insects, lasers, and mice, to see how my cat would react. She effing loved it! Naturally, I let her watch for about an hour before turning it off for the night. She protested a little, but nothing too serious at least, not compared to what was coming. Over the next few days, I foolishly let her watch the projector a few more times, thinking it was hilarious how excited she was about her new toy. Can I say something? I have two cats. One's name is Whitey. The other cat's name is Gray. Whitey is a good boy, a little chunky boy. They're twins. They look just like each other. And the reason why I named them Whitey and Gray is because Whitey has white tips on his ears and Gray had fully gray ears. And when they were kittens, really, really hard to tell them apart. There's a video I have called "When Your Cat Writes a Song" or something like that. And people don't know, but I Mary Kate and Ashley'd them. Half of that video was Whitey, half of that video was Gray. Very, very hard to tell the difference, except for the ears. Okay. But Gray will sit on my entertainment console under my TV. And I have a computer attached to my TV. Okay. And as I'm moving my mouse, the cursor on the TV will go like this, and Gray will sit on the entertainment console, and he'll look up at the mouse, and literally, like a cat and mouse, the mouse will come up, and he'll go like that. He'll paw it. Bam! He will paw it. And he attacks it. He's very vicious. However, I have rats in my house, and they haven't killed those rats. And by rats in my house, I mean they're in my attic. They're not in my house. And I got it all fixed yesterday. Very scary. But if there was an actual rat or mouse that entered my home, domicile? What is homicile? There's nothing. There's homicide, and there's domicile. Let's read this story. Okay, here we go. So, guy gets a projector because his TV breaks. He puts on one of those cute little videos made for cats with insects and lasers and mice, blah, blah, blah. She loves it. She protests a little bit when he turns it off, not a big deal. And then over the next few days, I foolishly let her watch the projector a few more times, thinking it was hilarious how excited she was about her new toy. However, as time went on, she started getting a bit more vocal, growling and meowing at me to get my attention. I soon realized it was because of the ads. She was throwing tantrums because she couldn't stand waiting. Speaking of, if you're watching this right now on Twitch, you get a freebie from Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you could subscribe with Prime. No ads, okay? Not gonna miss none of this. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't know. However, as time went on, oh God, she started getting a bit more vocal, growling and meowing at me to get my attention. I soon realized it was because of the ads. She was throwing tantrums because she couldn't stand waiting. Now, she complains whenever I turn it off, or if she gets interrupted. In bonus points, my YouTube now thinks I'm a cat. Okay. iPad Kid is interesting. Because is this even a thing? Is this even an iPad Kid, or is it just a cat who likes TV? This is less of an iPad Kid cat and more of a male lead in a 90s sitcom cat. This is more of a King of the Hill cat. You know? Cat who liked TV. That's right. But let's see. Too long didn't read. I let my cat watch videos on my new projector, and now she throws tantrums like an impatient iPad kid when I don't let her binge insect videos. Jeez Louise. I think there's something wrong with that cable. Makes them sad. But hey, we're back at it, aren't we? TLDR. I let my cat watch videos on my new projector, and now she throws tantrums like an impatient iPad kid when I don't let her binge insect videos. Ah! Ha ha! Something to think about. I think, therefore I am surprise philosophy. You guys, if you're not in it to win it, then are you even in it? I just dripped water all over myself. You're welcome. No, I'm not doing that. Let's continue. Today I effed up by taking my girlfriend on an expensive date for her birthday, and she broke up with me on our way back. Ooh. That is something. That is something. Let's see. TIFU. Let's just read it. My now ex-girlfriend and I have been dating for a few months, and it was going great. Okay, a few months. 3 months. 3 or 4 months. That is what? 90 days? Let's be generous. Let's say 120 days. It's a good amount of time to get to know somebody. I think about 3 months. How long? Pop quiz. How long until you tell your partner you love them? How long? I think on average for me, 2 to 3 months. On average for me, 2 to 3 months. Jeremy says 14 minutes. About a month. Never. Terrific. We love a never. Depends. Okay, that's a diaper brand. Years. Until you actually love them is the correct answer, but that's fine. 3 months for my boyfriend and I. 2 seconds. I've heard a month is the average. 2 or 3 months. 2 months. 28 years. Pretty good. Somebody said balls. Really a big fan of that answer. Somebody says I'm 14, man. I don't know. Well, so 14 years for that one. When you can't stop yourself from saying it, that's very good. I like that a lot. And that's that's so real. A week? Amanda, we're going to need to pull it back on a week. You need to, I think a week is a little bit. Okay. So they've been dating for a few months. Okay? This guy and his girlfriend have been dating for a few months, and it was going great. Her birthday was yesterday, and a few days before, she told me that she wanted to go to this expensive restaurant that she has always wanted to try. I love her and wanted to make her birthday special, so I agreed. Okay, so at the girlfriend's request, she says, hey, let's go to this beautiful, tasty, delicious restaurant. It's expensive. Is that okay? Guy goes, yes, of course, I love you. I love you so much. Let's have a nice little tasty treat together. Okay? So we got to the restaurant and had a pretty good time despite the fact that she ordered some of the most expensive items on the menu. So we're talking lobster, we're talking filet mignon, tomahawk steak, we're talking caviar, we are talking we are talking charcuterie, a plate of cheese. Oh, you guys ever seen a good charcuterie board, dude? Charcuterie board. Oh, man. You guys ever see a good charcuterie board? They're usually served on wooden plates, and they look just like this. Oh, dude, I want you to see this charcuterie board. Oh, I want you to see it so bad. I'm just going to open the image in a new window because this friggin' article, I don't need this. But this is what a good charcuterie board looks like. Look at that. Oh, just take a oh, man. Oh, frick. Oh, we got some good cheese over here. Oh, and we got some sharp cheddar over here, dude. We got some nuts. Some, I forget what kind of nuts this is called. Oh, we got some Parmigiano Reggiano. We got some apricot. We got some grapes. Some fancy. We got a little chili jam thing. We got some meat. We got some, whatever this is. Radish, I think. Grapes. Some salami. Some fig. Oh, we got some freaking pepperoni. Salami. Oh, some brie cheese, baby. Oh, you ever heard of charcuterie? Listen, my friends. Oh, I'm not done here. You got this bread? You got a little knife there? This looks like some kind of paste of some kind, a little tomato-y kind of thing. Oh, see what the key when you get a charcuterie board, you got to get a baguette. You got to get a baguette. You got to rip that baguette and rip it again. So you get a little piece of bread. A little piece of bread, lots really similar to this guy down here, okay? Then what you do is you take some of that, and you take some of the soft brie cheese. You put some of that brie cheese on that baguette, and if this is worth the crap, if this is worth anything, it should have honey. I don't see any honey here, which is very upsetting. But what we do see is mustard. We see here, we have like a ground mustard kind of situation. Fine, I accept. You take this bread, you take a little bit of bread. Maybe you put a little bit of mustard on there. You put some salami on there. And because there's no honey in my direct line of sight, you could put either on a little bit of apricot or you could put on a little bit of fig. You could put just a little touch of fig on there, dude. And then what do? Well, I'm glad you asked. The next move is you're going to take this Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano. Take some Parmigiano Reggiano. You slap that thing on there too. You make yourself a little. It's almost like a mini sandwich. It's like charcuterie boards are Lunchables for grown-ups. Charcuterie board is what Mr. Beast and Logan Paul wish they had invented, but they didn't because this is thousands of year old technology. The ancient Greeks invented charcuterie board. Char from the Latin Charmander. Cuterie from the Finnish Coochie. Char. Cooterie, Charmander, Coochie, put it together, meat, cheese, bread on a plate. And it's delicious. You got a goat cheese here, you got a white paste here. Oh man, dude, I think this is a jelly or it's a chili it's like a jam. It's got to be a jam. Got to be some kind of jam. Okay, we're going to keep going. Because some of you are getting distracted, and it's really pissing me off. So, here we go. We got to the restaurant and had a pretty good time, despite the fact that she had ordered some of the most expensive items on the menu. This plate, by the way, probably, this in particular, probably a good $50. Minimum, $50, $60. I just enjoyed the fact that she seemed to be enjoying herself. She was taking lots of pictures of the food, the flowers I got her and everything. You got her flowers? That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Somebody says more like $150. Yeah, maybe. That's very sweet. Got her flowers. It's her birthday. He got her a charcuterie board. We're assuming. I'm assuming a lot. She was taking lots of pictures of the food, the flowers I got her, and everything. She told me that it was the best birthday she has ever had, and that none of her ex-boyfriends had ever made this much effort on her birthday. Prediction? This poor fella is probably in the gym right now. My brother in Christ is in the gym currently, tearing up his pectoral musculars. He is tearing up his pectoronies. Lactic acid buildup in there. Crying as he lifts up the weights. Perhaps he has majestic lats, and perhaps he's the guy that the woman in the previous post is hitting on. Happy ending for everybody? Let's find out. This made me feel pretty good because I was anxious about doing everything right, and so she has a good time. On her way back, she thanked me and told me I'm a really good guy, and she had a great time today, but she doesn't think that this relationship will work, and she wants to break up. You ever heard of the phrase, a compliment sandwich? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of a compliment sandwich? A compliment sandwich is something that weak people do to people that they think are weak to soften the blow. Hey, I can show you that there's a fat turd on this plate. Or I could try to sneak it in you by putting it between two pieces of lovely bread. Which one you want? Which one do you want? My prediction, she talked to a couple of her girly friends, and they were like, at least get a free meal out of them. I don't know. Is that really my opinion? That's probably not actually my opinion, but that's what a lot of people would think. A lot of younger people would think. Incel type thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she just sucks. What do we think happened? Let's continue reading before we make any assumptions. Okay. Maybe he gave her an eyeball kiss. No, if he did, the relationship would be saved. At first, I thought she was just playing around until I realized that she was serious. I asked her why, and she said that she is just not attracted to me. She tried, but it's just not there, and she doesn't want to string me along as it would be unfair for the both of us. So anyway, we had an awkward ride back while the driver tried making cheerful conversation. She did this in the back of an Uber? She did this in the back of an Uber? What? Oh, man. Dude. Okay. Time and place. First of all, time and place. Second of all, what? What the frick? Let's keep reading. TLDR, I took my girlfriend out on an expensive birthday date and she broke up with me on our way back and the driver heard all of it and tried cheering me up. Edit. I decided to text her and asked her if she could please reimburse me for her part of the meal as it's only fair. And she blocked me after reading the message. Scarlet Santa donated 20 DKK. This sounds insane. Poor guy got violated. Yeah. Yeah, well, he got violated, all right. I don't know what yeah. What a sweet driver. The girl is a traitor. Gold digger, perhaps. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that they're, I don't know. The term gold digger is so interesting to me. Because there are so many people who have money and are attractive and to other people, that it's like, if you're going to gold dig, make it somebody you're attracted to. You know, you could, I don't know. But then again, I don't know. That's not my life. Perhaps the woman is just spoiled. Hopefully, they enjoyed the charcuterie on the way home. Ain't saying she's a gold digger. We're going to stop right there. Overused term. I agree. I think gold digger is an overused term. It was really popular a few years ago. But I'm not sure it is now. What do you think, Daniel? I think, I think they're very young. That's what I think. I think this is something like a 16 or 17-year-old would do. And there's a part of me that's like, what if I'm reading this and I'm thinking that this person, this guy reading this is probably 16 or 17. And my other thinking is that like the driver, they didn't say Uber driver. They just said the driver. Kind of makes me think that this is like your brother or your older sibling or something. That's something that, well, but then again, no, you have a Venmo and you're using like your own money to pay for it. I think this kid is 16. That's what I really think. Because, you're I think this is something a young person with not a fully developed prefrontal cortex would do, is to not have the ability to see just beyond the next 15 minutes and go, oh, I probably shouldn't eat that dinner and then break up with them after the dinner. I probably shouldn't do that. Because if I did that, that would look really bad. We're dealing with a girl or a woman who does not understand life yet. Doesn't understand people. Or she does, and she doesn't respect this guy at all, nor does she think he'll ever amount to anything. Because if she did think he would amount to something, she'd be worried for her reputation. She doesn't think he's respected. She doesn't think people listen to him. You know what I'm saying? And because of those things, she's able to do this. If she's older. But if she's 16, 15, 16, 17, just not a thought. Not a thought in the world. Not a thought back there. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. So, folks, that's my thinking. That's what I think is going on. And this guy in this story, this guy who bought that expensive dinner, including this delicious charcuterie, this is definitely radish, right, guys? We can all agree that's radish. What kind of nut is this? I know what kind of nut that is. What is that? Macadamia? Is that what that is? I don't know. What do we got here? Thin slices of rye. Gotta run into work. Thank you, Ebass. Bro cootery. Oh, there ain't nothing bro about this. This is some frickin'. This is divine. Goat cheese in there. Hey! Folks on Twitch, you were just gifted another 25 gifted subs from Ebass. W's in the chat for Ebass. Absolutely crazy. Good God. Good Lord. Big dubs in the chat. Ebass, have a good day at work. And if you've not won, remember you get a free subscription with Amazon Prime. You're stealing money from Jeff Bezos himself if you do it. But big W's in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Ebass, enjoy work. Charcuterie. Okay. All right. Okay, what do we think? I think we're going to read some comments here. Let's see what people think. My thoughts are that they're young. And the usage of the word driver in this circumstance means like, I don't know, your older sister, your aunt or something. Let's go back. Let's see. How convenient that she had this epiphany right after ordering all the expensive things at the expensive restaurant. I have to read that again because I said it weird. How convenient that she had this epiphany right after ordering all the expensive things at an expensive restaurant. Op says, that is what I don't get. She must have known how she felt before this, and I don't judge her for breaking up with me based on not being attracted to me, but she could have told me before. She wanted to take advantage of the opportunity and enjoy herself, which sucks, to be honest, because I was there thinking that I was having a good time with my girlfriend while she secretly knew what was up. Look, in every relationship, almost, not every, but in almost every relationship, there is there's a moment where one person knows the relationship is over and the other one doesn't. There's usually a time in every relationship where one person knows the relationship is over and the other does not. And that, okay. This person knew for a little bit. They've only dated for a few months. Okay. And she let him spend buku buckaronis on Flower's expensive dinner. The Uber, I don't know. I think it's his older brother. Awful. What do you mean, did I freeze? Everybody say lag. I'm recording this, so you'll see it better later. Was the lag happening on Twitch as well? No lag for me. Okay, so that's just YouTube. Hey, you want a better stream of this? Go to Twitch. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. So, in every relationship, somebody knows that the relationship is over before somebody else. Your audio is behind? Is my audio behind my mouth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all could be messing with me. I really don't know. Okay, so Twitch is saying that it's great. I'm reading here. Everybody on Twitch is suggesting that the audio is fine. And if you're on YouTube, it's not so fine. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm getting a notification here from... Let's see. All right, I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep going. All right? Okay. But look, I think a big sign of maturity is your ability to determine, you're able to weigh, you're able to assess your emotional maturity, your partner's emotional maturity, and your ability to make intelligent, mature decisions and ending the relationship when you know it's over. The sooner you can end a relationship that you know is not working out, the better off you're going to be. Because I've said this a long time ago on this channel, but the longer you are with the wrong partner, the longer you are coupled with somebody who is not your soulmate, if you believe in that kind of thing, the longer amount of time you spend with somebody who you don't want to be around, the less time you're going to have with the right person for you. You follow? Because when you find them, that's all you're going to want to do. All you're going to want to do is be around this person. All right. Captain Nemo, you're about to get muted. I'm telling you. They're going to stop you from spamming. All right. So you got to be intelligent about this stuff, man. You got to be intelligent. You got to not drag somebody along and then make them spend money on an expensive dinner. And she's probably doing this because she's either 16 or doesn't respect him at all. Let's see some more comments here. Let's see. Honestly, it sounds like she took advantage of you, bro. You dodged a bullet. Hope you find someone that appreciates the effort you put into the relationship. Don't let this experience get you down too bad. Maybe you take yourself out for a nice dinner as a little pick-me-up. Treat yourself. Yep. The cost of that dinner was a ticket away from a manipulative piece of shizzle. Yeah. Sorry to read this. You didn't F up. They did for being a garbage person to string you along for free meal before saying she wanted to break up in a Lyft, Uber, whatever it was. I cringe every time I think of the fact that we weren't even alone. I just wanted to disappear. I felt so small. That's why I said she's a garbage person for not even having a shred of decency to do it in private. You're better off, and I wish you the best. She could have done it in private before going to dinner. Op could have treated himself or canceled the reservation. She should feel small. She used a person for an expensive free meal. And to take gag 1 million pictures to show off on social media. Oh, I completely forgot about that. She was snapping pictures for social media. Snapping pics. Awful. Absolutely awful. So she's like here with the, and damn well she had her phone out. She was doing this. Here's the plate of food. She was going like this. Oh, what a beautiful restaurant. Oh, my God. Blocking the boyfriend. Okay. Saying, oh, what a nice restaurant. And then turning around herself. Oh, yes. The man is not in sight. The man is not in that Instagram post. She's not soft-launching any relationship. Has she said I love you back? Wouldn't that be weird? Because you said so confidently here, I love her, so I'm taking her out to dinner. So, did you guys have the I love you conversation? Did you even have that? Did you have the I love you conversation? I don't know. Did you? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if you had that I love you conversation. if you did have the I love you conversation, this is really weird to me. I mean, but I think she's probably 16 or 17, and so I think that this whole entire thing is just kind of moot at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like a real thing. You know, it's not something that was gonna last. Not to say that 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds don't have real substantive relationships, but they don't have a developed prefrontal cortex in order to make long-lasting decisions that are intelligent, or at least a lot of them don't. Or, you know, depending on how old you are, or even who you are. A lot of people don't have developed emotionally mature skills. People in their 50s, 60s, 70s, men who don't have friendships with other men or women who don't have friendships with other women or men. People who do not have a group of people that are able to condition them to make better decisions with themselves.
Okay. Today I effed up. Random flea market item turns out to be radioactive. I bought this random item in a flea market in Berlin because it looked cool and it was cheap. It's been in my wardrobe ever since until I took it out yesterday to take photos of it because I found out about the what is this thing page. Lots of people came back with different answers, but a few people said it looks like it was radioactive and that I should go to my local fire station to check it out. This morning, I phoned the non-emergency fire brigade number and explained the situation. 2 minutes later, 3 fire engines arrive to test the object, which was, in fact, radioactive. They then called for backup, and 3 ambulances, 3 police cars, and a counter-terrorism CBRN bomb disposal unit arrive. They evacuate all the flats in the building. And after 4 hours, they finally remove the object. It turned out to be thorium. I'm not sure about the isotope number or radiation levels. Here's a link to the original post. Boom. Opening it up. Boom. I think this is the raw thorium here. Boom. Boom. Why don't you apply that like lipstick? Turn into She-Hulk or whatever. You know, I think you probably could have figured out it was radioactive when you grew up with a third arm. I feel like that was the time where you could have figured that out. Or maybe just, I don't know. That's just me. Like, if I try, like, I probably would have figured it out that it was radioactive. If I'm waking up one day, I go and I sit on the toilet, and I feel something pressing up against the back of the toilet, and that's my tail. I feel like that would probably, that'd probably tell me, you know? Maybe it's time to give it up. Unfunny, my guy, that can cause cancer. What, having a tail? It sucks. You know? Radioactivity is not bueno. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what they say in the comments. Let's learn about this. This was 8 months ago. You didn't F up. You provided valuable low-stakes training for multiple emergency services. Good firefighting crews train/plan for so many scenarios, radioactive threats being one. This just happened to be the perfect thing to test with more real-world variables than any training/planning could account for. You're out for some money, but now have an awesome life story. Let's see. I just saw your post and immediately clicked your profile for an update. Op delivered. Let's see what that's about. Nothing. Let's see. Yeah, I read it yesterday and just saw this. I'm glad there's an update, but also hope Op will be okay. Also commenting, in case Kyle Hill makes a screenshot of this thread, and I'll be in the screenshot. His video series on everything nuclear is amazing. Yeah, okay, we're not getting a lot of Not getting a lot of health stuff. Here we go. Did they have any health advice for you based on what they found? I wonder how that thing ended up in a flea market in the first place. This commenter says, I am by no means an expert, but ops should be okay. Thorium primarily produces alpha and beta particles as it decays. Alpha particles do not travel very far in general and are definitely stopped by the casing. Beta particles can travel further, but usually aren't super dangerous unless you have it up against your skin. Even a layer of clothing will block most of it. There is some gamma radiation produced, but is generally the most dangerous kind, which is generally the most dangerous kind and has deep penetration even through lead, but thorium usually doesn't produce a whole lot, and the fact that Op wasn't carrying it around means they're unlikely to have gotten a dangerous dose. So they're fine. Okay? The people in the chat that were worried, they're fine. All right? Chances are high that they're fine. Very wild. I think, it would be pretty spooky if you had that thing in your wardrobe with your clothes, and then you were like, hey, I think this could be maybe radioactive. And then suddenly every flat is evacuated. Every single one. That's weird. That's weird, isn't it? Okay. Oh, crap. I read the header and assumed it was glow-in-the-dark glass you got in a trinket of. This is quite a different beast. Suggesting that it's far more radioactive. Or an old clock with the painted dials. Radium-painted dials. Old and flaking radium paint is likely to be far more hazardous than a thorium rod. Thorium is a cool name. I like thorium. Thor. Clearly named after Thor. You guys, I feel like the energy is low. We all catching that? We all catching that the energy is low. Hold on. Let Papa cook for but a brief momento. Sometimes in life you've gotta be radioactive. Sometimes in life you've gotta be radioactive. Sometimes in life you've gotta be Let's say you're on a date with someone and you get the charcuterie. You spend a few $100, but they act like there's nothing new to me, because they're not very reactive. Chances are they're not radioactive. They don't appreciate the putting out that you're putting out. You're putting out. Sometimes in life you gotta be radioactive. Sometimes in life you gotta emit uranium, especially when you don't have a fully frontal Next time you're out with a loved one, be radioactive. Show appreciation for flowers. Get smiley and proactive. I'm rhyming active with active, shut up. And be happy, be glad that there's charcuterie on your board. Don't use anybody, present them with your radium. Yeah, gotta be on your radium. Or perhaps even a stick of thorium. This song didn't make any sense. Do you know why? I can't think of rhymes with the word active. Today I effed up by passing gas on the dance floor. I am a mid-30s female. Okay, y'all want to talk about Radioactive for a second? Get somebody in their mid-30s to do a little toot. That will clear the floor. Jeez. That will just destroy everybody. And you know a fart is bad when it's warm. You know a toot is bad when it's warm. You know that when it's warm, a toot is bad. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. I know. It's gross. I know. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. And so here we have somebody who passed gas on a dance floor. They're mid-30s and they're female. Let's continue. Today I effed up, passing gas on the dance floor. Hey, I'm a mid-30s female. Last night I went out for a Halloween dance party. Okay, let's stop there. What do I think of when I think Halloween? I think circus peanuts. Okay? I think the smell of masks. You know those rubber masks you put on once you put them on and you do that little strap and you put it in the back of your head? That smell? It smells rubbery. It smells like chemicals. It smells like rubbery chemicals. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think when I think of Halloween. Halloween dance party. Fun story. Okay? When I was in college, I applied for something called the Great American Condom Campaign. I know. Pretty wild. In it, I sent a little questionnaire response over to Trojan, the brand Trojan. And I guess I filled out these questions right. Because when I got to college, I was sent a box. I was sent a box from Trojan and the Great American Condom Campaign. In that box was 500 condoms for me to pass out to everybody I could find. Do you know how hard and easy it is to give out 500 condoms my freshman year of college? Let me tell you what I did. Speaking of Halloween party, what I did was I dressed up, became the Trojan man, and threw condoms at everybody at any Halloween party I would go to. I had a jack-o'-lantern bucket. Full of 500 condoms my freshman year of college. This is true. And I went to Halloween parties. And I grabbed a handful and I... Okay. I also posted on the college Facebook group. I said, hey, I'm at this dorm. If you're ever getting down and busy, come knock on my dorm. I will just hand you something, no questions asked. And boy, oh boy, the people who showed up, you would not believe. People were getting down and dirty, and friends of mine, girls, women, taking ownership. They're like, yeah, I'm here because I need to, I'm here. My boyfriend's in from out of town. I was like, okay, they don't need to say anything. I'm just like, damn. Everybody's getting down. Jeez. I was the candy man. Candy of choice? Trojan. I think that's all I'll say about that. But that's what Halloween parties reminds me of. It's who I was in college. I was a man throwing condoms at a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds from a jack-o'-lantern. Those truly were the glory days. Now, I do that at strangers in a parking lot. They don't appreciate it as much. I'm a mid-30s female, and last night I went out for a Halloween dance party. I worked really hard on my costume. I was the perfect combination of warm and slutty, and I was excited to strut my stuff. Warm? I was the perfect combination of warm and slut. Oh, I see. Okay. Because if you're just slutty, then you're not wearing a lot, so you can be cold. I think that makes sense. Okay, warm. I see where warm comes in. I was like, why are you dressing up as warm? Is warm a character, dude? Physically warm. Thank you, Chad, for helping me out. We got somebody here who subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Mojave Gamer. You subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Shining Hope Beast, who subscribed with Prime. Thank you. It's a good move. If you have a freebie, take it. You know, Amazon Prime gives you a freebie once a month. We'll continue. I was the perfect combination of warm and slutty, and I was excited to strut my stuff. Oh my God. Ryan Noir 614 just gave out 10 subs. W's in the chat! Thank you, Ryan. Ryan is radioactive. But in a cool way. Ryan, are you dressed warm and slutty? But the perfect combination of it? I bet you are, Ryan. I'm going to continue. The way that this bar is set up is that there's a main level upstairs, and then you can walk downstairs to go to the dance area. It's a pretty small place, so it gets crowded. Oh, dude, you know what? I've been to a place in Tallahassee just like that. No, I wasn't in Tallahassee. No, that's Florida State. Where's University of Florida? Gainesville. I was in Gainesville at a place that was just like this. Had an upstairs, downstairs, double decker, a little bit of an arcade vibe. Okay. Very good time. The way that this bar is set up is there's a main level upstairs, and then you can walk downstairs to go to the dance area. It's a pretty small place, so it gets crowded. I had taken some mushrooms earlier in the evening, and I was feeling good. So how are we to believe anything in this story, then? How are we to believe anything? Let's keep reading. At some point in the night, I had to, quote-unquote, cut the cheese. I thought it would be a small one. I thought I could just crop dust it. But it was the most silent/deadly/toxic/foul mushroom stink bomb of my life. First of all, the fact that you were able to pinpoint the source of the toot to a mushroom. The fact that you were able to, that you knew going in that a mushroom is going to cause you to release a stink demon from your butt cave into the wild. You are setting loose a demon onto your friends and family, your loved ones at this Halloween party. You knew this going in. Strange. Strange indeed. I'm going to keep reading. Let's see what happens. Let's go. But the fact that you knew that this was going to cause you, it's like, dude, how are you going to eat something that knows is going to ruin you? You call it a mushroom stink bomb? You gave it a name? You gave it a little nickname? It's your friend? At some point in the night, I had to cut the cheese. I thought it'd be a small one. I thought I could just crop dust it, but it was the most silent, deadly, toxic, foul mushroom stink bomb of my life. Here's the thing, though. If you're dancing on a dance floor, everybody's breathing, huffing, and puffing. They're all eating throughout the night, too. They're, maybe there's like nachos at the bar or something, or like grape nuts or something, something to chew on. Oniony breath, ranch breath. People are chewing gum. There's perfume in there. There's cologne. There's sweat, body odor. There's masks. You're wearing Halloween costumes. Plenty of layers. People are wearing masks on their face. Ryan just subscribed for 3 months at Tier 1. That's very kind. It's, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers where between my butt and your orifices to receive the demon that came from my butt cave. And because of that, because of all of those layers, those separations, those walls that imprison my fart from reaching your nose, because of those separate layers, I feel like, yeah, and you're all drunk, you guys have, alcohol breath, all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. So, how is it noticeable? So far, I'm like, no one's going to notice. Everybody's dancing, getting up, drinking, having a good time. No one's going to know that you tooted it out. Well, let's see. The smell from my ass destroyed the dance floor. People cleared out. It was so bad. People thought that someone had an accident on the floor. Like, they turned up the lights a little bit to see and make sure there wasn't a health hazard. Even the DJ made a comment. Wow. 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 That is something. That is something. That is, So you were out there, you were on the dance floor. You let out something you thought would be a little smaller. That's what you thought. You thought you were going to let out a little. And it was so monstrous that the entire dance floor had to clear out, and they had to check to see if somebody dropped a turd on the dance floor, dude. Oh, man. For the cut down of this video, I'm a little worried. Yeah, radioactive, that's for sure. For the cut down of this video, I'm worried about this story because people watch these while they eat lunch, and I don't know. Do you think, could people handle this or not? What do you guys think in the chat? Yes or no? You say cut it or no? Or don't cut it or don't cut it? I want to know for the cut down, for the big version of this video. A little nervous. No, don't cut. All right. Don't cut. Keep it in. Trigger warning. Leave it. Don't cut it. I'm eating right now. Well, Laura, are you still hungry? Honestly, give it a warning. All right. Let's keep reading. I'm having afternoon coffee and I'm fine. Well, that's because you're prepping to toot yourself. Here we go. Let's see what happens next. So this woman, this mid-30s, so she's like a 35-year-old woman, went on the dance floor. She had a couple little mushroomies. And now she's out on the dance floor, squeaking out a little. She thought it was going to be that, but it actually ended up being. we'll continue. Oh, Aubrey Danielle can't even watch this. She's muted this. She's not talking about farts now. So we have at least one person in here. Give us a gross out warning that I can put at the top of this. Okay, Jeremy. Here we go. Chat is letting me know that I should let you know that this next story has farts in it. So if that's not your bag, this is probably where you're going to duck out of the video because this is the last story. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep reading this story, hey? If that's not your colostomy bag, good God. We've got a registered nurse in the chat. Okay. Even the DJ made a comment. I went upstairs because I couldn't stand the smell of my own ass. I was up there for about 30 minutes. And when I came back down, I could still smell my ass. It's all anybody could talk about. They thought someone had an accident. I had to play dumb. I was so embarrassed. TLDR, my mushroom gas smelled so bad that it cleared out a Halloween party, and the DJ even made a comment about how bad it smelled. Folks, the reason why I don't fart in front of people is not because of the sound. Fart sounds are so funny. Of course I'd be farting in front of everybody, dude. If I could get away with it, dude, I would be playing the butt trumpet everywhere I go. I would be accompanying myself with the full orchestra in my ass. I would punctuate every sentence with a toot. A question mark would have its own. An exclamation mark would have a. Okay? That would be my life. That would be my whole life if I could get away with it. I would be my own New Orleans. Do you understand what I'm saying? Farts are so funny. But I don't fart in front of other people. Not because of the sound. It's because of what happens after the fact. I don't trust my body. Do you understand? I'm lactose intolerant. Check. That's all you needed to know. I was searching my brain. I got acid reflux. That doesn't matter. A little bit of IBS, whatever. Everybody's got that. But the lactose intolerance. Listen. I would love to finish everything I'm saying with a punctuative exclamation from my anus. A sphincter song, if you will. A toot tune. You know? Somebody commented, I literally just farted right now. The thought of somebody watching this and go, yeah. Let me comment that right now. Let me just let people know. All right, I got to go bye. Sorry, Slinky. Is it the content or is it that you actually have to go? This is why we need a warning. I'm just saying. But that's not why. The sound is not the problem. Farts are double-tiered. Double-cheeked, if you will. Farts are two-cheeked. On one cheek, it's got a sound. And on the second cheek, it's, the smell. That's a problem, right? The smell is the problem. And in some cases, it's lethal. And some farts. Here's something interesting about your sense of smell. I'm going to tell you something interesting about your sense of smell, okay? You have something in your brain. It's called a limbic system. A limbic system, okay? In that limbic system, two things are right next to each other. Your olfactory bulb, which is your sense of smell, okay? And your hippocampus, which is your memory, all right? And so something passes through your olfactory bulb, your sense of smell, and it goes right into your memory in your limbic system, which is why you can smell a perfume or a cologne or a candle or baked bread or something, and you are immediately transported to your grandma's house. You're immediately transported to your ex-girlfriend's car from high school from many years ago. You are you're teleported to like your dad's hospital room when you smell a certain floor cleaner like a Clorox or something. You know, it's crazy. Your brain does that. Okay? Neurophysiology. Yes. And maybe there was something in our ancestry that told us that certain farts are deadly. That what I'm smelling right now reminds me of the rotten flesh of my ancestors, so I need to leave for my safety. Those are the kind of farts that people can eject from their butt prison, from their booty cave, from their lower back attack. And those farts, A, legendary. B, lethal. You are causing if you fart, you are causing chemical warfare to someone else's olfactory bulb. You're affecting their memories. You are affecting their memories. You are affecting their memories when you fart. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you're imprinting, Toots. Somebody commented, I have autism. That is a great way to enter. That's an excellent way to enter the conversation. You know, it's funny because of how left field that is. Or are you saying I have it? I don't know. Either way. What a way to just leave a legacy on somebody. You know? If you want to get real weird with it, you want to get real weird, real Pavlovian. Oh man. Let's talk about that for a second. You know, there's studies that say that if you are studying for an exam while eating popcorn and you take the exam without the popcorn present, you're not going to do as well as if you did if there was a smell of popcorn in the room. Some actors will spray a perfume or a cologne on their scripts while they're reading it, while they're doing their work, their emotional prep work, and while they're memorizing their lines, and then they will put that perfume or cologne on the day of shoot or when they're going on stage. I don't think anybody should put cologne on when they're acting with a partner, because that is, you know, you're affecting the other person. Like I don't react well to cologne and stuff like that, you know. It just irritates my throat. I think I'm asthmatic in that way. But the sense of smell is so very important for your memories. And when you toot around somebody, from now on, this woman who had mushrooms and she tooted really, really hard and just blasted everybody off the dance floor. Oop. Thank you for the super chat. My 50-year-old mother farted once in 3rd grade and got laughed at. And now she can't fart unless she's in a bathroom. Honestly, good. Look. Because who knows? She might have saved you from a lethal injection in the nostrils. You never know. It's bad she got laughed at when she was a kid. I get it. It's bad. It's sad, But also, we don't need to be farting around each other. Farts are great on video because you don't smell it. But this woman ruined Halloween for a lot of people. I actually have kind of a stressful time around Halloween for reasons I will not disclose. I have a little stressful time around Halloween. The brain is weird. It associates things with other things. And, sometimes when I see Halloween candy or Halloween sales, my brain will go, oh, remember that? Remember that dark period of your life? And then I'll go, yes, I do remember that. And then I do what I can to let it go. This woman, however, is that moment. She is the dark period in other people's lives. This woman farted so bad, it destroyed the dance floor. People cleared out. The DJ made a comment. They turned up the lights a little bit. I burped. They turned up the lights a little bit to see that there wasn't a health hazard, meaning somebody thought they shit their pants on the dance floor. And this is through masks. Oh, what's even worse, I thought the mask would prevent the smell. No, the mask kept the smell in people's faces. Farted on the dance floor. That's a great comment. Oh, my God. Whatever, you get it. And so you want to be remembered? You want to be remembered forever? Let out a toot. And that's also why I think when you die, you relieve yourself of gas. Generally speaking, if you have gas in there, it's like, goodbye, son. I love you. You're leaving your mark on the world. You're staying in people's memories. That's what happens. Maybe that's the soul. Maybe that's the human soul leaving the body. Final goodbye. Well, folks, we did it, huh? I'm not sure what we did, but we did something. We're going to now take a look at this. It's a charcuterie board. I want us all to remember this charcuterie board. Okay. Let me see if I could whip up a little something real quick. Oh my God. you gotta go. Sometimes you gotta let it rip. Sometimes the people ought to know that your booty ain't gonna let it slip. I'm talking about a fart. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta give it the what for. Sometimes you gotta drop it low. And sometimes you gotta let it slip through your butt fur. I'm talking about fart. I'm talking about a fart. I'm talking about a Sometimes you gotta know when to let it go. Sometimes you gotta know when to let it flow. I'm talking about a little fire. I'm talking about it. Let it be known I lost like 16 viewers on Twitch because of this. I need people to know that. Somebody said they weren't strong enough. I lost 100 on YouTube? No way, dude. How many views do I have on YouTube right now? How many people are watching right now on YouTube? Crazy. Insane. 500. Oh my god. Sorry. Folks, these comments are insane. Wow. You know, I want to thank you all for being here. I'm gonna stop the recording part, but I will continue streaming. I have stopped the recording now. I would like to say thank you for being here. If you're watching on Twitch and you have an Amazon Prime account and you haven't used it this month, you can use your Amazon Prime to subscribe on Twitch so you don't have to see ads from me. If you are on YouTube, you will allow me to kiss your open eyeball with my wet mouth. Oh, Felicia Barrier just subscribed with Prime. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. If you are lurking on Twitch and you don't even think about following me, you're following me. We got Silver Onion following me. We got Kitsune Mikey. We got Sorry Error 404 following me on Twitch now. I just want, I would like it to be at a place where I can go live on Twitch and YouTube and all that. And just, I don't have to post it anywhere. Why are people like, okay, question mark, it's already over? Why is everybody saying that on YouTube? Why is everybody sad? What's going on? YouTube, what's going on? When's the next stream? I don't know. They just kind of happen. It just kind of happen, okay? Paper Crane 07 subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Paper Crane. Is YouTube okay? No. They're doing their best. Oh, they're like, okay, they don't understand the eyeball thing. That's what's going on. I see. Mm-hmm. I think now, oh, I didn't even do an outro for the last video. Damn. That's okay. Oh, the Twitch viewers went back up. Hi, Twitch viewers. Well, now we're doing something else. We're doing a different thing. So today I'm recording a video. Let me think. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 1:48. Rhett is retiring? Oh, that's not true. I know better than that. Crazy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, folks. I have to get prepping on a video. And we're shooting a really good video today. It's gonna have me in it. And it's gonna have a piano involved. Okay. And I'm also probably gonna give it a little. Yeah. for my own well-being, and possibly yours, it's time to go.